America's housing sector, it is in a recovery mode right now. That's good, that's important, but it turns out there is a big but, that millions of homeowners who refinanced at those super low interest rates in recent years, that alone could actually threaten the recovery. That's the conclusion from a research brief from the Institute for Housing Studies at DePaul University. Jim Shilling is an author of that report. How is that possible that people with low interest rates are going to possibly hurt the recovery in housing?
Bill, since 2011, interest rates have steadily fallen. And people who now are thinking about refinancing are now going to have second questions about selling their house, simply because they're sitting on low interest rate mortgages, and they've got to ask themselves, is it worthwhile giving up that low interest rate?
So they're sort of trapped, and these could go on for 15, 30 years.
They are trapped. They are locked into their existing house.
How important is this then to the recovery? Why does that affect the recovery?
So it affects the recovery because we need a healthy housing market to have a robust economy. And with households not churning, we don't have a healthy housing market, and we don't have a healthy
So you need
economy.
people selling homes, you need people buying homes, but all these people, millions of them, are going to be locked in their homes.
They're going to be locked into their house.
And the irony is that, as your report indicates, the healthiest, most robust recovery markets for housing, that's where the hurt's going to really be.
Yeah, because in softer markets, they've benefited from price increases, and those price increases have unlocked a lot of households that have negative equity. So we're starting to see transactions in those markets. So the hardest hit markets are going to be those markets, or those strongest markets that people have been refinancing and as a result have this very attractive interest rate on their mortgage that they're unlikely to give up.
And this is going to start happening when interest rates really start to rise. But what is the policy point here? What should regulators do about this?
So the policy implications are several, and they all involve the Fed. And the most important is that the Fed really needs to be cognizant of their quantitative easing and the impact that it's going to have on the housing market.
And you're making the Fed known as to the results here.
That's right, that's right.
All right, Jim Shilling, thanks so much.
Thanks, Phil.